Uber petites.
Uber clean seats.
Sheets or seats. Uber protection from the heat.
It's too cool. Uber Eats.
Barasa.
And now we deliver anything.
Guys, I'm just with a message.
I ain't got to push into it. I want to come and move the position. Is I'm coming no more.
Sono do ganhar.
Rain void enthusiasm. Beni ubi hanesikhathi esipeshisa manje.
Sasikhona le. Ngiyindawo nje. Ngicabanga ukuthi unabasisa. Bayithi ukuthi wathi sasise shona. Ulazi. Tshaza. Mama, phela.
Awunanziyo.
Awuye amaphoyisa enza umsebenzi wawo. Akuna amaphoyisa angazi umsebenzi wawo. Ayi akhulume nana kusisi wakho mhlawumbe nizokuzwa kangcono. Yazi ukumlanda wakho.
Ngichamsendera. Ka achisarudza zvanengachida. Jani. Wondove uyu ngomskana.
Dembo.
Hayi. Yazi into yokulimala kwemoto isadide ngancane understand. Ngizana. Hayi, mina. What's it? Bye.
Ukhululani ukaDuwe. Bangithumele leyo muntu okuthangile. Alright? Ndiyazi mashine ekhaya ukuthi lento leli izogcinisa iwesi. Ngiphethe lento lesithanda ukuthi manje. Ngizwa lapha njalo la ngikhona ngisho la ngonesupport ngisibukhona into ongenayo sale. Angeke.
Oh, wow, abantu ababodwa laba balengasinto so.
Ubona. Labantu bayingozi kakhulu. Ingakhona ngicabanga ukuthi akuzange. Hayi ngizolungela. Ukuthenga nje okhumbulani bazama ukusithusa. Bayabona manje ukuthi babanje. Bafuna sithuleke manje bazama ukusithulisa. Ngeke uzokwazi.
Bese uzuzake. Labantu labona ukuthi bayingozi ngale ndlela esho. Shona wena bahlakaniphile bazokwazi ukugcina imfihlo zakho labantu. Including mina.
Asi unyawa pindero.
Combination of glycerine and tissue oil formulated to target stretch marks. Women agree it works to visibly reduce stretch marks and moisturize dry skin. Clear glyco oil. Try it, feel it, love it.
Germs that make us sick are everywhere, even at home, in places we don't think of. That's why I use Dettol all over my house.
Making Dettol a part of every household is how you can make sure that you and your family are 99.9% protected from illness-causing germs.
Is that our chocolate?
Boys, better that your champs out there today.
Touching the champs every day. You need to
Cleans
hygiene.
and shields you from 99.9% of germs, protecting you and our national heroes.
I guess most people get stretch marks, right? I use Vaseline with Moroccan argan oil to help smooth and care for mine. I notice the difference after 1 week. So even when life stretches us, you'll never have to hold back.
Vaseline with Moroccan argan oil helps smooth stretch marks, moisturizes, and cares for your skin.
Okay, sengiqedile. Ngiyabona sengixolisa. Akubona lesifuna.
Niyahlangana la. Niyahlangana futhi lesitulo singaphinde nibone la.
Ndiye. Ndiye. Ndiye ari kutevera musikana.
Ende vazombulema.
Ngiyabona manje. Ngizokwenza konke okusimanje lana. Futhi ngibuza kahle kamhlaba. Ngiyathembisa ukuthi ngiyothi ishona ilanga nje kuzobe sengiphethe yonke information oyidingayo. Yeah. Cha, angeke ngize ngiphoxe. Ngizokwenza njalo.
Captain, ngiyaxolisa ukuthi ngithandela nje kanje. Khona information ebalulekile mina ngifuna
Ngithemba ukuthi information inendaba ezinjani.
ngibhathi cha. Labafana abahleli, Captain, abana criminal record.
Kanjani ngoba manje uma nje ngihlela nje ufakwe impression. Uzongena ihlazo commission.
Ngiyafisa ngabe khona into engingayitshela Captain kodwa-ke uphefeni biyase uskidi ngikhize kanye noHowlensene uzona abanacala abafana nje abaqhamukela emakhaya abananalasensi okuzingela.
Kwaza njalo. Awutshela mina labantu bahlanganiswa yini ngokwazi ukuthi abasone ngibe.
Kunze inkosi yakho Captain. Angikholwa ukuthi ukunze ngabenzisa ubugebengu.
Hayi lila. Yabo siba ngempela mazokholwa ukuthi unkunzi usashintshile. Unkunzi akasoza ashintshe. Unkunzi wakho ngokwazi uzobhanisha ubhanisha. One by one ubabula into lapho. Manje wenze njalo angithi. Ubhanisha umphakathi ukuthi uzotshontsha la epolice station. Ubambe inkunzi epolice station. Ubhanisha kanjani? Ngizokwazi kanjani? Angazi.
Engicela ukwazi ukuthi Madede.
Madede kanjani? Bathole nini?
Captain, azinacala.
Lina nendaba ukuthi abanacala noma yini. Iy'mfango zabo asikho nje kuletho. Sithole yonke into esidingayo.
Captain,
Awukizi, safanele manje nithi. Wena umsebenzi wakho la ukuthi zonke igebenga uzifanele. Hayi ukuthi udedele iqanase. akhomba yini uhambe uyobheka yonke information engiyidingayo. Into engiyaziyo nje ukuthi ayinuki ngeswanga.
Hayi, bekuzima kakhulu. Bekuzima. Uyabona la madoda lawo engane umuntu hayi basho ukuthi bajula nami ngavele nje ngajula nabo decisive. Mina ngathi noma usikhulumi. Uyabona mina la eSouth Africa ngasekhuluma ngabhali ngoba ma-asha.
Awume, ukuthi isikhokho vele sisiciniso isona. Kwenzeka kanjani esikhathini esasibamba?
Hayi wena phushele. Phela bekaningi nje manje basebenza power yabo. Angifisa ukuthi umuntu adinge.
Noma ngikutheni.
Joshua Sally extremistic radical emphasis. Ah, we don't want to be bad. You're not going to be oh, so that's a nice night. That's someone that needs to come to you. So, where's the food? But I
Sasa ngiyamanga ukuthi umuntu ebona yonke le nto lethi. Sasa ngiyabona ukuthi yonke into lo uyikhumbula njengoba yenzeka ngaleso. Yawazi abantu. Ngibona kuyacaca ukuthi yonke into eyenza la ibeyazi. Manje khona umuntu bathumile. Ngoba le information. Ngikhumbula kahle ukuthi wena. Wena nabayena nje. Kusho ukuthi ngisola. Kodwa ke lonke iphoyisa delivery la isikhathi esikanye yabo izophela. Ngoba basebenza ngelinye isikhathi. Indawo iphinda. Okunyacaca ukuthi kahle kahle.
hayi ugogo. Athi ngiyafuna la. Ya? Futhi njalo ufuna ukukhuluma nonkapteni. Okwamanje ngibona kancane. Awazi ukukhethela. Ubona ekhaya nje.
Shaita mangwana video yangu. Nitokito video kama gesi.
Mara kanjalo nje. Iwo usutonyara ni mabhonzo ya shuwa ubhizu msunda.
Yabona nini ngoba into efanele niyazi ukuthi mina ngisukanga le emakhaya endleleni ngiza la kamasho ukuthi ngizokungula ukuthi ngiboshwe.
Oye usiqhaqhazela. Awufuna ukuza kumini. Wena uthafeza lokukusile wenzani?
Ngapesira vataura avo.
Masoma njalo makathi. gentlemen, I know what chili sauce is better than my chips. Come on.
kuti ndo vakaba zvipano hauna kumunza umwe yako kutotaura ari mukati mo.
First prize, 10,000 Rand cash daily. To play, dial star 120 star 332 hash. To stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Rand. Let's play. Game 1. Identify the logo.
I'm feeling that something's gonna happen today. It's gonna be amazing. Let's watch Super Glamour.
Game 2. Complete the
First, let's
At Hewlett's, we believe in a sweet future for our country, planet, and community. Each year, Project Talgot supports approximately 120 learners from grades 10 to 12 with an aptitude in maths and science from low socioeconomic backgrounds.
We get career exposure, site visits, career counseling, and job shadowing to help us make a more informed career choice.
Hewlett's, growing a sweet future.
Mo Saga. First prize, 10,000 Rand cash daily. To play, dial star 120 star 332 hash. To stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Rand. Be sure to update your profile by dialing star 120 star 332 hash. Mo Saga. Delay and win. Winners announcement at 9:30.
That was amazing. That's what happened last. Let's watch this. It's so fast. But I'm gonna be oh, this is so much more fun. Don't.
His death at an early age has led some to
So
call
what
him
is
the
this one on?
Steed of martial arts
You
cinema.
don't send it up or
He
what's up?
combined a dancer's grace with
Video.
deadly skill.
Video don't send it.
Oh no, it beats.
Despite the prejudice he experienced,
And the
he brought
video.
martial arts to America and sought to build a cultural bridge
No
between
boy,
East
take a
and
fast.
West.
It's just slow mo to show you try to take a fast. Even if it's a fast, it tries to take a slow mo. Even if it's a fast, it shows fast. Like
His
I'm
life was marked by fighting with
Like
external
I'm
and battling inner demons. His mysterious death only added to the enigma of his life. He was the one and only
It's time for
Bruce Lee.
That's ready for me. I'm going to go super fast.
February 1965. A young actor is given a screen test.
Please screen test. Scene 8, take 1.
Now I'm ready.
Check.
You
Just a little bit nervous about appearing before the camera.
Play a video game.
It is when he demonstrates his real skill that the beginner proves to be the master, when he shows he truly is in control, and what would make him
I
a
almost
legend.
got about yes, I made 300 level.
The punch. There is the punches and then no. Of course, then they use leg. Straight and forth, or come up.
Name.
The tiger.
No, bye-bye. It's a town.
Do today's race coffee run.
As typical for a screen, he is asked to live a part of his profession. And you work in motion pictures in Hong Kong?
Yes, since I was around 6 years old.
Look what pizza.
Oh! 1959, when I was 18.
Então, pior é como ele chicava já. Chicava aqui um botinho, aí já tira a. Kuvaje maniju jandai jomaxim.
Making the young Lee dream as Asians and one-quarter Caucasian. As often the case with Asians in regular contact with Westerners, along with a traditional Chinese name, he was also provided a Western-style given name, Bruce. Although America was the place of his birth, Lee spent his youth in the British protectorate of Hong Kong. His early years were marked with uncertainty. In December of 1941, Japan took possession of Hong Kong, and the protectorate was occupied by Japanese troops throughout the war. After the war, Hong Kong reverted back to British control, an unhappy fact to those Chinese who resented any foreign domination. In 1949, mainland China fell to the communists under Mao Zedong, and Hong Kong felt the threat of invasion. Nevertheless, Hong Kong boomed with activity, becoming a center of trade. It was also the center of prolific motion picture production. Coming from a family of actors, Lee began appearing in movies as a child under the name Lee Su-long, having his first film role when he was only 2 months old. Over the years, Lee appeared off and on in Hong Kong movies, mostly small roles. But he was a restless youth. His father was often away, touring with a Cantonese opera. Left without supervision, the young Bruce ran with street gang. To avoid getting beaten up in the brawls he became involved in, Lee began learning martial arts. After studying several different forms of Chinese Kung Fu, he settled on the Wing Chun style. Only later did Lee embrace the philosophies embodied in the study of martial arts. Along with learning self-defense, Lee became quite a good dancer, which provided additional grace to his Kung Fu. His acting career also developed, gaining him fans as he grew into manhood with handsome, boyish features. He appeared in a dozen films in supporting roles, mostly as a cheerful youth with teen heart qualities. The future action hero was
I don't know what you some zero.
However, to the annoyance of his father, he continued getting involved in conflicts with street gangs. In a scene from Fists of Fury,
The another band
the promise he made to his parents not to get involved in any more street brawls. His character wears an amulet on which he swore to his mother he would no longer get into fights. His parents also disapproved of both his on-again, off-again acting career and his studying Kung Fu. His father concluded that Bruce should take advantage of his American birth certificate and sent him to live in the United States. In Seattle, Washington, Bruce finished high school and started college. There, he met Linda Emery, who would become his life's true love. They had their first date at the restaurant in the Seattle Space Needle. A year later, they would marry. Lee continued his education at the University of Washington as a philosophy major. Forever restless and admitting he was a poor student, Lee soon dropped out of college. More interested in teaching than in learning, he instead opened up 2 martial arts schools. His training of Caucasians drew the ire of some of his fellow martial artists, who thought that Kung Fu should be reserved for Asians only. Lee was challenged to a duel with the he could no longer teach them.
You restarted it. You restarted it. It's the mirror is how.
To learn all schools of martial arts: Aikido, Taekwondo, Kung Fu, Karate, Judo, and others. He would also teach to all who were willing to learn, regardless of race. His philosophy of using a kick when you need to kick, a punch when you need to punch, broke with the traditional martial arts school's methods of teaching. Lee named his school of thought Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist, which taught, like fencing, to use a punch and a block simultaneously, rather than blocking, then punching. He adapted other techniques into his form, throwing out traditional styles if he thought them inefficient. He scorned the breaking of boards and bricks as mere tricks, saying, if you want to break something, use a hammer. With the success of his schools, Hollywood came calling, offering him a screen test. This revived his interest in acting and with going back into movies.
Samja to endo judge.
For an exclusive 3-time skin effect, try Nivea Men Deep, powered by black carbon. For 48-hour deep moisture, a fresh skin feel, and a long-lasting masculine fragrance. Nivea Men Deep. Why to put you to Spain for the ultimate real intimate experience by Nivea Men Deep Cleanser.
If you're experiencing tooth and gum problems, I recommend Colgate Herb. It is scientifically proven for strong teeth and healthy gums.
When you fill your skin with life, it feels transformed. Use Sanix Expert Skin Health Shower Gels with Moisture Lock technology. Deeply moisturizes your skin for 12 hours. Sanix keeps skin healthy.
However, these 7 symptoms of heartburn and indigestion feel like to you. All 7 symptoms are caused by stomach acid. So Gaviscon Double Action acts in the stomach to neutralize acid fast and forms a mark to prevent content from going back up the food pipe for long-lasting relief. For 7 symptoms, think Gaviscon.
Pizza. Try something amazing.
One of these people is brushing with Colgate Total. Unlike regular toothpaste, it helps fight the root cause of oral issues with its 12-hour gel protection. As for the other guy,
Sarah, good luck.
we dentist ready.
Why choose Protex Deep Clean? Because Protex is different. Protex Deep Clean formula removes impurities while boosting your skin's anti-germ defenses by 10 times more. Protex protects against 99.9% of germs.
Mama, I need to offer something. Mama, what do you have? Just listen. The love is answer.
Abby! Help with the table.
There's something that I really need.
Go find eggs with the kids.
But there's something that I really need to ask you.
Go ahead, man.
Mama, I really need to talk to something. Hi. Hello, Mama. Would it be okay if my friends joined us for Easter lunch?
Oh, of course.
Now married and with his son Brandon, born in February 1965, Lee had a family to support and was eager to make it big in Hollywood. His screen test revealed the ease, charm, and on-screen charisma that would distinguish his movies from the wannabes who followed the way of his success. The party was that of #1 son of Charlie
Madziwa.
the famed detective from dozens of movies, or prospective TV series about the Chinese sleuth.
Kwa hiyo uchitola zokuti zvemafinyera.
Asians still faced prejudice and typecasting in Hollywood.
Azongo chimafinyera runaka.
As Bruce would have a hard time breaking through these barriers, even in a stereotype role. As it was, the Charlie Chan TV series never came to fruition. Yet another Oriental import was picking up speed in movies, and it was through this that Lee was propelled into Hollywood. Martial arts were slowly becoming the rage in films. Various forms of unarmed combat began appearing more regularly in movies, but it was another fact that would provide Bruce with his breakthrough. The Batman craze was in full swing. A spin-off of the popular Batman television series, The Green Hornet featured another comic book crime fighter, this time based on the classic radio drama. The hero was Britt Reed, a literal and figurative descendant of the Lone Ranger, as both radio shows were created by the same people. Like his great-grandfather, the Lone Ranger, wealthy newspaperman Reed donned a mask and secret identity to fight crime under the alias the Green Hornet. And like the Lone Ranger, he had a subservient minority sidekick, a Japanese houseboy and chauffeur named Kato, who assisted him on his crime-fighting adventures. The Green Hornet producer saw Lee's screen test and knew he had found his Kato. Lee hesitated taking the stereotypical role of the servant, but he had a family to support. Moreover, Lee would transform his role, not only from a Japanese caricature to a Chinese character, but make him a dynamic sidekick with the emphasis on dynamic kicking. Even though Kato handled most of the menial tasks and the Green Hornet did most of the talking, no houseboy would ever sit on the desk in front of his employer. And the series showed the crime fighter team in a true partnership of equals, though it was always clear who was in charge. When the duo swung into action, Lee as Kato was shown to best advantage. Crime often became literal, and the Green Hornet and Kato beat up the bad guys with their devastating gun fu, all choreographed by Lee himself. Kato handled the thorny problem of martial artists opposing gun by liberal use of hand-thrown darts. Van Williams played the title character of the Green Hornet. He befriended Lee and became his student. Diane McBain, who appeared as Pinky on a two-part show which double-teamed the Green Hornet and Kato with Batman and Robin, remembered Bruce Lee.
I owned a Pinky stamp factory, and they were trying to make stamps out of Batman and Robin, and the Green Hornet, too. That was one of those combination shows when they got together. It was an hour show. A two-parter and a Batman and the Green Hornet came together to solve the crime. He was not a huge star at the time. He was second string in this particular case. He certainly was very clever, of course, with his martial arts, because he did know how to do that very well, and that was a part of the show. And so that was very impressive.
Despite the popularity of Lee and the series, the Green Hornet was canceled after just one season. Lee discovered, as many TV stars of canceled shows also have, how fleeting was glory. But Lee's expertise in martial arts earned him a position as fight coordinator on one of the Matt Helm movies, The Wrecking Crew, starring Dean Martin. Here's a fight segment he choreographed with stars Sharon Tate and Nancy Kwong, though neither actress was destined to become a skilled martial artist.
Damn it!
Also working on the movie along with Lee as a stunt extra was a young martial artist named Chuck Norris. Lee did fight choreography in other movies as well, such as Walk in the Spring Rain. More often, he trained the actors in the martial arts they used in their films. Lee became the instructor to the stars, charging $250 an hour to teach fighting techniques. His celebrity pupils included Steve McQueen, director Roman Polanski, basketball star Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Coburn.
Bruce Lee was a great friend of mine. We used to work out together for a long time. It was very close. We were very close friends.
It was Lee who taught Coburn the techniques he would use in the Bond-style spy spoofs, Our Man Flint and In Like Flint.
His whole life was related to martial arts. He lived, breathed, thought, moved, everything was dedicated to the highest principle of his own self-evolution. He created himself. Bruce Lee was a little Chinese guy who demanded of himself great excellence. I mean, he was a true artist in that respect. He created himself.
Screenwriter Sterling Sullivan also became Lee's student and wrote a tailor-made part for Lee in a TV show. In several episodes of Longstreet, Lee played a martial arts expert who teaches self-defense to a blinded detective, played by James Francisco. Sullivan also wrote Lee one of his rare villainous roles. In the 1969 movie Marlowe, Lee played the part of Winslow Wong, a thug sent to intimidate Detective Philip Marlowe, played by James Garner. Lee nearly stole the picture with demonstrations of what was called gun fu.
Mr. Winslow Wong is freaking out. He's trying to make trouble for Mr. Philip Marlowe. What Wong doesn't know is that Marlowe's a tough guy to trouble.
Garner was so impressed by Lee that he hired the martial artist to give him lessons. Other students, such as Steve McQueen and James Coburn, also helped Lee get parts in Hollywood. However, Lee was constantly frustrated by racial discrimination and Hollywood's lack of interest in the projects he wanted to pursue. Lee's resentment boiled up into arguments with friends and supporters. A project to film Lee's script, The Silent Twin, came apart after conflict with collaborator and chief backer James Coburn. Racism in America and typecasting in Hollywood led to one scene in The Chinese Connection, in which Lee was able to vent his rage over the prejudice he encountered. Fed up with Hollywood treatment, Lee went back to Hong Kong, where he became involved again with the emerging Chinese cinema. In Hong Kong, a vibrant film industry was flourishing, eager.
To punish uthi baba bathathelele ngoba bakwazi abakwenzayo yini nje uJesu alinde kuze kube sesiphambanweni ukuba akhuleke ukuthi baba bathathelele ngoba bakwazi abakwenzayo uJesu bamshayile akazange athi baba bathathelele uJesu bamkhafulela akazange uJesu athi baba bathethelele abayena kade bemhleka kepha uJesu walinda waze waba sesiphambanweni uJesu ukuzalinde ukuthi abe sesiphambanweni. Jesus wanted to reveal his glory. Jesus was showing his glory makelende esiphambanweni bemshayile lithi iBhayibheli uJesu bamshaye beyond recognition. Bamshaye uJesu ukhriza igazi uJesu akabhekeki